Okay, today we're going to have journal page 14, modeling with functions. The input of a function is the independent variable. The output of a function is the dependent variable. If x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable, then you can use function notation to write y equals f of x. The dependent variable is a function of the independent variable. Y is a function of x. Y equals f of x. All right, go and finish up looking at your notes, and let's take a look at the first example. All right, example number 1. Identify the dependent and independent variables. The time it takes to run a certain distance depends on the distance. The dependent variable is the time. The independent variable is the distance. Example 2. Identify the independent and dependent variables. Enter a function in function notation for this situation. Then use the function to solve the problem. Amir earns $16 an hour. How much does he earn in 8 hours? The dependent variable is the amount of money. The independent variable is the number of hours. Let h represent the number of hours, and f of h equals 16h. So, to find out how much Amir earns in 8 hours, we have f of 8 equals 16 times 8, which equals 128. All right, going to finish up example 2. All right, let's take a look at example 3. All right, identify the independent and dependent variables. Enter a function in function notation for the situation. Then use the function to solve the problem. Bruce owns a small grocery store and charges $4.25 per hour of produce. If a customer orders 5 pounds of produce, how much does Bruce charge the customer? The dependent variable is the amount of money. The independent variable is the number of pounds of produce ordered. Let P represent the number of pounds of produce ordered, then f of P equals 425P. So to find out how much Bruce charged the customer for 5 pounds, we have f of, it looks like it is, let me double check the number of pounds, 5. So f of 5 equals 425 times 5, which equals 2125 for 5 pounds of produce. All right, go ahead and finish up example 3. All right, example 4. Identify the independent and dependent variables. Enter a function in function notation for the situation. Then use a function to solve the problem. Allison owns a music store and sells DVDs at $16.50 per DVD. If Craig orders 3 DVDs, how much does he owe Allison? The dependent variable is the amount of money. The independent variable is the number of DVDs ordered. Let D represent the number of DVD orders, then f of D equals 16.50 D. So Craig owes Allison for 3 DVDs. So to find it out, we do f of 3 equals 16.50 times 3. Which is $49.50. So Craig owes Allison $49.50 for 3 DVDs. All right, let's go and take a look at the next example. Example 5. Identify the independent and dependent variables. Enter a function in function notation for the situation. Then use the function to solve the problem. Harold, a real estate developer, sells houses at $250,000 per house. If he sells 3 houses, how much does he earn? The dependent variable is the amount of money. The independent variable is the number of houses. Let h represent the number of houses, then f of h equals 250,000 H. So to find out how much he earns for selling 3 houses, we have F of 3 equals 250,000 times 3, which 250,000 times 3 is 750,000. For selling 3 houses. All right, let's take a look at the next example. All right. Enter a function in function notation to describe the situation. Find a reasonable domain and range for the function. Elijah has already sold $49 worth of tickets for a local raffle. He has 4 tickets left to sell at $7 per ticket. So f of t is equal to 7t plus 49, a reasonable domain. So he has 4 tickets left. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3 to 4. Now to find the range, we need to plug 4 into the function. So f of 4 equals 7 times 4 plus 49 is 77. All right, go ahead and finish up example 7. All right, let's take a look at example 8. Enter a function in function notation to describe the situation. Find a reasonable domain and range for the function. A law firm charges $150 per hour for the first 5 hours plus $400 origination fees for its service. So the function is 150H plus 400. Now the reasonable domain is 1, 2, 3, 4, and it says up to 5 hours, so 5 is here. To find the range, we need to plug 5 into the function, so that's f of 5 equals 150 times 5 plus 400. Okay, so then we have 150 times 5 plus 400 is 1,150. All right, go ahead and finish up example 8. And then go ahead and start working on your HRW assignment and have a wonderful Wildcat day.